Have y'all heard today's National Fajita Day, and them sizzling skillets were invented by accident at a Texas ranch? Coming at you. Well, I'll be hornswoggled. Today's National Fajita Day, and let me tell you the story behind them sizzling beauties that'll make your mouth water faster than a summer downpour. Back in the 1930s, a Mexican ranch hand named Sonny Falcone, working on the King Ranch in South Texas, he started grilling up the throwaway cuts of beef, them tough skirt steaks that the Cowboys didn't want. He'd cook them over an open fire with onions and peppers, wrap them in flour tortillas, and call it fajitas from the Spanish word faja, meaning belt or girdle, because that skirt steak wraps around the cow's belly like a belt. So what started as Cowboy Scraps became a Tex-Mex sensation. And here's the kicker: when restaurants started serving them in the 1980s, they brought them out on them cast iron skillets, still sizzling and smoking just for the show. Now that's what I call turning leftovers into pure gold. Speaking of Southern comfort that'll make you slap your mama in a good way, let's talk about buttermilk biscuits. Oh, them fluffy pillows of heaven have been the backbone of Southern breakfast tables since before your great-grandmama was knee-high to a grasshopper. Hey! Here's the secret that separates the wheat from the chaff. Real Southern biscuits use cold buttermilk and cold butter. And you handle that dough like you're petting a sleeping baby. The acid in that tangy buttermilk reacts with the baking soda to create them sky-high layers that'll make angels weep with joy. And if you ain't eating them hot from the oven with butter melting down the sides and maybe some sorghum syrup or sawmill gravy, well, bless your heart, you missing out on one of the good Lord's greatest gifts to breakfast and mankind and womankind. A proper biscuit should be able to soak up gravy without falling apart. Now that's Southern engineering at its finest. Time for our saucy Southern story, brought to you by White Lily Flour. The secret to biscuits so fluffy they practically float off the plate. Grab that one right there. Y'all, let me tell you about the time White Lily Flour saved Christmas dinner in 1919. You see, White Lily started in Knoxville, Tennessee back in 1883, and they figured out something that made Southern bakers happier than a tornado in a trailer park. Not really. Soft winter wheat makes better biscuits than that hard northern wheat. Dang Yankees. Well, during the Great War, wheat was scarce as hen's teeth, but White Lily kept grinding that soft wheat just for us Southerners. Come Christmas in 1919, when the boys were coming home from World War I and families wanted perfect biscuits for the reunion dinners, White Lily was there to save the day. The company's been family-owned for generations, and they still mill their flour right here in the South. That's what I call staying true to your roots and your biscuits. Matthew 5:4, Jesus tells us, "Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted." Now, that might seem a little heavy for a kind of a fun show like this, but stick with me. See, the good Lord knew that life ain't all sweet tea and Sunday drives. Sometimes we face troubles that knock us flatter than a pancake under a steamroller. But this verse is promising us that comfort's coming, not just someday in heaven, but right here, right now, through His love and the love of our community. So whether you're grieving a loss, disappointed by life's curveballs, or just having one of them days where everything goes sideways, you know what I'm talking about. Remember, God sees your tears and He's got your comfort waiting on you. Sometimes it comes through a friend's hug, a beautiful sunset, sunrise. Sometimes through the simple act of making biscuits with somebody you love. The Lord works through it all. Let me tell you all about how country music has this magical way of taking life's troubles and turning them into three-chord gold. You take any classic country song, it's either about your truck breaking down, your dog running off, or your heart getting stomped on like a June bug at a church social. But here's what's beautiful about country music. It takes them everyday struggles and it makes them sound so good you actually want to listen to them over and over again. A country singer can make losing everything sound like the best thing that ever happened to them, and somehow we believe it. Yes, that's the magic of country music, folks. It turns heartbreak into hope, tears into laughter, and makes us all feel like we're all part of one big, slightly dysfunctional but loving family. Now that's something worth singing about. Whew, that's all for today's Have Y'all Heard, cause now y'all have. Go ahead and leave a comment if you're smarter, smiling, or hungry. Until next time, later taters.